It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boss, Glenn and more. Decided to go live because I didn't have to go to work today, and that's a blessing. So I decided to bless you guys with a good another live video stream. I see it's getting a lot of popular, opinions and stuff of that nature. But we back, we in the building, and y'all know what we do. We got a lot of videos lined up for you guys today as well. Off topic, sports videos, boxing videos, but the WBC has decided to go through with the Hugo Centennial Jr. and Jamal Charlo fight, which means that they will be fighting for an interim title belt, which will be a champion in waiting until Triple G is done doing what he was going to do with Canelo Alvarez. Now, exactly, tunnel vision. That is true. I was about to get right to that. The asterisk on this is this. Regardless whatever happens, like Tunnel Vision just commented, it's going to be Gennady Golovkin. Okay. Golovkin and Canelo, I did a live stream with IOTBA Boxing Talk yesterday. Shout out to Correa one more time for the one time. Okay, I explained this to them like this. The situation is this. Canelo did not fight for the WBC title last time out. We all know that. I explained that several different times to people. He did not. He elected to fight for Golovkin's WBA and IBF title. The WBC title, there was no 90-day, 30-day weigh-in for Canelo. He's not messing with the WBC. All right, if you want me to get into the story, I'll get into the story. The reason why Canelo is mad at the WBC is he was in a lawsuit with All-Star Boxing, him and Golden Boy. During that lawsuit, the WBC wanted him to negotiate with Golovkin. They forced a purse split and a discussion for a fight. They tried to force the fight to happen. I'm pretty sure Canelo relayed to Junior, Mauricio Suleiman Jr., who's now the head of WBC after his father passed away. God bless his soul. That I'm getting lawsuit right now. I can't go through with it. Hold on, then we'll talk about it later. Mauricio Suleiman Jr. said, you go through it now or we'll strip you, whatever. So Canelo was like, before you strip me, I give up the belt. Fuck y'all. I give it up. So that's what happened. He didn't give up the belt necessarily. Yup, you're right. And WC will give him a drop. Still, to this day, they begging for Canelo to come back. So Canelo said, forget y'all. He rocking with the WBA. They had their, They had their convention. Golovkin showed up to the WBC convention. WBA had theirs at the same time when Canelo was in with the Pope over there, wherever the hell he was at across the pond. And he supported the WBA. So he's fighting for the IBSWA. That's the reason why most people think he dropped the belt because he was scared of Golovkin. Could have been, but he fought him. But that's no longer the place. He wasn't ready to negotiate with Golovkin at that point, and he felt like he had a bigger fight on the horizon with Chavez Jr., which did 1 million pay-per-views for him. So he got 1 million on top of 1.5 million with Golovkin, with Chavez Jr. and Golovkin combined. He had a good year. Up to September, Canelo pay-per-view outsold UFC, every pay-per-view UFC had did up to September. That's how dope he is and how popular he is, even with a lame duck like Chavez Jr. But that was the lowdown on that. So basically, the scenario was this: win, lose, or draw, Golovkin once again will be the WBC champion. If he loses to Canelo Alvarez, he still hosts the WBC. So Hugo Centennial Jr., which I'll get into him in a minute, most people probably don't know who he is. Or most people really know who he is by the one fight that we all can remember, if you know. And Jamal Charlo will be fighting for that right to fight him. But who knows what Golovkin does at that point. If he loses to Canelo Alvarez and he feel like he's robbed or something, somewhat of a Marvin Hagler type of thing with Sugar Ray Leonard, where he felt like he deserved a victory and, he's crashed and clawed for people respect, I can see Golovkin walking away from the game. His wife is beautiful. She wants him to get out of the boxing game. He said he got years to go. The reason I think he might give up that belt if he does lose to Canelo, especially if he's knocked out, whatever, is the simple fact that he could move up, but it's tough. It's not that. It's more money at middleweight right now. I mean, cut the bullshit. EX Jr. is probably gonna come back down after the tournament. That's a good fight for Golovkin. But it's tough for him right now. I mean, he can keep the WC belt and defend it versus Hugo Centennial Jr. versus Jamal Charlo. He can do that. But if he gets all the belts, okay, let's say he beats Canelo. A lot of people believe he beat Canelo. I think he may beat Canelo. I'm slightly favoring Canelo right now, but he may beat Canelo. He might knock Canelo out. Let's say he beats Canelo convincingly. All right. He's going to pay the Hugo Centennial Jr. winner to step aside. And before you Jamal Charlo guys like me start crying, you have to understand it's a business. He may pay them to step aside. WBC may make them step aside because it's history there. Billy Joe Saunders is not just waiting around for no reason. He wants to retire at 30. He's 28 years old right now. Billy Joe is waiting, and the reason he's not gonna fight Danny Jacobs and none of the rest of the top guys, Andrade, none of them, he's waiting for Golovkin because he has what Golovkin is missing, which is that WBC title, become the undisputed lineal champion of the world. He have all the belts. Big Drama Show have all the belts. So after the Canelo fight, if he wins, he's gonna fight Billy Joe Saunders in Kazakhstan. The money is already laid out. Billy Joe Saunders somehow is gonna make $5 million. I think it was the David Lemieux fight before the Canelo fight for Golovkin. I can't remember. The fight before it was Danny Jacobs. My dumbass. I went to the fight. The Danny Jacobs fight, I think it was a record amount of people in Kazakhstan that watched that fight for Golovkin. So they're going to stage that fight in Kazakhstan, it sounds like. And Billy Joe Saunders will be compensated with $5 million around that pay. Can't hate on him for that. He's waiting on that payday to retire. So basically, Hugo Centennial Jr. was a junior middleweight. He's like 6'2", 6'3". He's one of the few guys, along with Alantez Fox, at 160 that can rival or, tower above Jamal Charlo's height. But if you remember the Julian J. Rock fight, he quit. It was ruled a no contest. But, he was getting knocked out by Julian J. Rock, which Jamal Charlo already knocked him out. And he was bulldogging him around the ring, and Hugo Centennial Jr. quit. Oh yeah, what up, T Good? Yeah, I don't know, it just be reading, it be coming across my timeline. I do a lot of news reading and all types of stuff. But he got dropped real bad. And you know what? I was watching that fight, and it was a lot of hype about that fight. Cause J-Rock, believe it, he went through the oh, I'm gonna get to that question right now about the Canelo. One minute. Hugo and J-Rock. J-Rock really did earn his title shot versus Charlo. He fighting undefeated guys that was coming up. He fought Hugo Centennial Jr., which he should have got the win. So he's a very, very good fighter, But he did quit, and I expect Jamal Charlo to dog walk him. But yeah, no, Canelo will not be fighting Billy Joe Saunders. If I put this scenario out here, Canelo asks to be ranked, he petitions to be ranked #1 for the WBO title. Right before Billy Joe Saunders, David Lemieux. All right, before that, the WBO said he can be #1 whenever he wants. He could be the mandatory. This is about the time he moved up, and Kurtz was supposed to fight Billy Joe Saunders, which he got hit with the RICO for mob ties. I'm mad that fight didn't happen. I think Kurtz could have got Billy Joe Saunders because he wasn't right yet. But never here, never there. They told Canelo, WBO has a rule. If you're a champion at a what's going on, Mac J? If you're a champion at a lower weight class, you automatically move up to the next weight class and become the #1 mandatory challenger at the next weight class. Like Terrence Crawford moved up and became the WBO champion at welterweight. Terry Flanagan just moved up from 135. He's the mandatory challenger with Maurice Hooker from Dallas at junior welterweight for the WBO title. So it's been done before. So they told Canelo, whenever you want your title shot, you can have it. We're here. We'll rank you #1. So he has to be ranked #1 because Golden Boy thought David Lemieux was going to beat Billy Joe Saunders. It didn't happen. They didn't know Billy Joe Saunders had that work like that. They thought he was still the same fat, flabby guy that didn't care about boxing no more that he was in December 2016. He beat him. Then the next day, Eric Gomez, the president of Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy, said, we're not interested in fighting. I did the video and I got the article. We're not interested in fighting Billy Joe Saunders. He's a runner just like Lara. We proved that we can beat the runner type style. We don't want to fight Billy Joe Saunders. I'm paraphrasing, but that's exactly what he meant. So they're not interested in the Billy Joe Saunders fight. But back to the Hugo Centennial Jr. thing. He's a talented fighter. He came back and redeemed himself with a knockout over the other guy. I can't remember his name. He was real good. What up, Ty? What's going on? How about them? How about them Georgia Dogs yesterday? How about them Georgia Dogs? Yeah. So Hugo and Jamal Charlo be a good fight, but Hugo got a reputation for quitting. But he's a real pretty boy type of guy. Good fighter, good tall, rangy guy, man. If he beats Jamal Charlo, I wouldn't be like, oh shit, he beat Jamal Charlo. Yeah, they was balling last night. Baker Mayfield was mad. I like him though. Or I get the info about what? Motion Alex. Which info you want to know about? I can tell you exactly where they come from. Yeah, Charlo, man. Yeah, I don't think Charlo gonna lose, but Hugo is a very talented fighter as well. But he's known to quit and go down. You can go straight to they announcing a lot of maybe you can go to the WBC website. But they got it on Boxing News 24, I think it was. But I think the WBC is announcing a lot of mandatory challengers again. It's been like, it was another, I think it was an article on Boxing Scene I did a couple weeks ago. Yeah, Sonny Michelle, a dog, and Chubbs, and they got a third running back that's cold. They announced they was trying to make that fight about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it sounds like Hugo Centennial Jr. and Jamal Charlo might have came to a deal. They both managed under Al Heyman. It's an interview out there. I think it's with, I can't remember who it's with. But Hugo Centennial Jr. said basically he conceded that he was in talks with Jamal Charlo to be the fight for the interim belt. He's ranked number 5. Canelo's ranked 2. Jacobs is ranked 3, or he's ranked 4. And Danny and Jamal Charlo's the number 1 contender right now. Oh yeah, that's his brother. I think his brother should move up, but you know he gonna wait for the Lara and Swift Hurd winner, Jamel Charlo. Oh, Centennial trained with Triple G. He respect Triple G. Hell no, he is not fighting Triple G. I mean, who knows? I mean, he could train with him. This is what he accepted. You know, this is what Antonio Jr. is accepting. He's fighting for an interim title belt. The WBC said they want to make the fight. Okay, they said this about a month ago. We want to make that fight. He was on the interview on record. It might have been with Ellie Seckback saying that, yeah, we're in talks for the fight. You know, maybe it could happen. He didn't commit. But now it sounds like it's concrete. You know, they're going to fight. And maybe he knows that Triple G, you know, is not going to fight him. He's going to drop the belt. Maybe that's what he knows. Excuse me real quick. I'm playing with my nose. But Charlo and Jacobs not going to happen. Eddie Hearn said he doesn't like that fight. Danny Jacobs likes to fight. Danny Jacobs like that fight, excuse me. Danny Jacobs loves that fight. He wants that fight, but Eddie Hearn doesn't want the fight because maybe it's from HBO stand down, because if Charlo beats Jacobs, then they got to give Charlo a deal or he walks with a lot of respect. No respect to WC. I'm afraid if he wins, they won't be able to force him. No. If Canelo wins, he won't take the WBC title fight, Alex. He won't take it. He's not accepting the title. Triple G will retain the WBC title. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Hearn and Frank Warren is like Bob Arum and fucking Floyd Mayweather. It ain't gonna work. I don't know if Hearn must be scared, but I think Eddie Hearn knows that HBO, you know, they got a lot of money invested into the 160-pound division. They gave Demetrius Andrade a 3-fight deal. Obviously, Golovkin has a deal. Obviously, Canelo has a deal with them that we don't know what it is. And they just gave Danny Jacobs a 5 or 6 fight deal. That was from Andre Rozier. So if Charlo was to come over to HBO and beat up on Jacobs, just hypothetically, I'm not saying it happened, he beats him up, he walks away, then what does that mean for Danny Jacobs? He got 4 more fights on that deal, or 3 more fights on that deal that they got to put him on there, and he got destroyed by Jamal Charlo. So what that mean? They have to pay Charlo top dollar for a rematch or give him a multi-fight deal, because they got a new star that's going to jump back over to PBC after getting notoriety on HBO. It doesn't make sense from a business standpoint. HBO was giving Hearns the marching orders. And if you want to know something else before I answer Sports Talk question, Anthony Joshua will be going over to HBO. Richard Schaefer got some real strong feelings about that. That's going to complicate the Deontay Wilder fight a little bit more. What's going on, Angel Santos? A regular, that's my boy. What's going on, brother? Was it one of the Charlo brothers said they wouldn't fight Lara because they were like stable merch or something like that? I thought I remember seeing that video. Yeah, it was Jamel Charlo. I think he said he didn't want to fight Lara at first. No, matter of fact, no, it wasn't. His brother, which still trains with Jamal Charlo, still trains with Jamel Charlo. He said that he don't want that fight to happen. He said that fight will not happen. He said it will not happen until he want it to happen. That's Jamal Charlo, the middleweight Charlo brother. He said he will not allow his brother and Erislandy Lara to fight because they like family. He said their kids play together and all that, and they basically like family. You know, Erislandy Lara helped groom the Charlo twins with Ronnie Shields. Just as much as Ronnie Shields was responsible for their development coming out of the amateurs, Erislandy Lara helped groom them. Lara was talking junk, said, I'm going to do what I got to do, but Jamel Charlo said he wanted to fight him as well, but Jamal said that fight won't happen on his terms unless it happens. Unless he wants it to happen, it won't happen. And it sounds like he's the bigger brother there. He might be the older brother. They twins. He might be born older. But he said he don't want that fight to happen. That's what you heard. I did a video on that as well. No. Oh, I mean, Dutch Entertainment, I don't know if that's the case. If Triple G loses, the WBC will elevate the winner to... Hey, who was that? It's Desmond. I'm going to be down there in a minute. I'm going to come holler at you. Don't come up. I'm going to holler at you in a minute. All right. You got your PlayStation? Yeah. All right. We about to play. What's going on? My little nephew back home. He had to chill with his dad, play, about to whoop his ass or something. I thought Triple G lose. Yeah. Dutch. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Triple G might drop the belt or they might strip him. But I know, you know, Canelo not fighting for the belt, but they was promoting like Canelo was fighting for the belt. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. You know, shoot me a message. We could chop that up. What's popping, Boxing? I see you. These are actually becoming. Oh, for sure. Trunks, my nigga. That's my guy, Trunks, man. Trunks been rocking with me from damn near the beginning, dog. Yeah, I like him. When I ain't had nobody, he was there. Him, Ty, Matthew. I mean, I know a lot of you guys. Andrade and Charlo 2020. No, when Andrade dropped out of that fight with one of the Charlo brothers, I think they lost a lot of respect for him. He gonna have to build himself back up. So is the Charlo build themselves back up and gain that trust. But that's a good fight. Yeah. You ain't lying. All the PBC guys are super friendly though. But kind of the friend fights make better fights. But yeah, you're right. All those guys are super friendly. Laura don't care. It's just a simple fact that the brother don't want it to happen. Oh, shut out. Shout out to Amsterdam. Yeah, I want to go over there one day, bro. Shout out Dennis Milton. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun in Amsterdam. I can't take the wife with me though. We're not doing that. Shout out to Brick City. Yeah, shout out from Jersey. Do you think WC will actually let Charlo and Triple G? It won't be Canelo. They can't force Canelo to fight. Like we just talked about, Canelo will drop that belt. Well, no, Canelo won't drop the belt. Canelo not fighting for Triple G belt. So Canelo is gonna have to get back in it. Or the WBC gonna have to get Canelo back in his good graces, which don't sound like it's gonna happen. We just explained that scenario a minute ago. But yeah, Triple G and Charlo could fight. But Abel Sanchez said on Dante's Boxing Nation, which I did a video on that and linked the interview in there about 2-3 months ago, and he just re-echoed that like a month ago. He said that they don't want to fight Charlo. He got to build himself up. He had nobody like Matthew Macklin, Prosca, Gabriel Rosado was nobody. Yeah, 140, 160. Which one you talking about? 147 or 160? Which one you talking about? Trey P. Give me a little bit more info on that. What up, bro? What's going on, GOAT? Keep up the good work. Yep, for sure. I'll try. What up, Dallas in here? What's going on, Mr. I can't pronounce your first name, but Alexander. Yeah, my boy Correa, he from Dallas. Go give him a follow. IOTBA Boxing Talk, man. He from Dallas, holding it down. I was just asking him, telling him about Maurice Hooker, who from Dallas, who gonna be fighting Terry Flanagan for the junior welterweight 140-pound title that Crawford left behind. And I heard Terrence Crawford said Maurice Hooker gonna take over 140. He from Dallas. Let me know what you think about that, Mr. Alexander. Who's your troll channel of the year? Oh, for sure. My man's Renee something. Renee. He's definitely the troll, but I like him trolling though. That sounds crazy though. Renee, his last name started with an A on here. He's definitely the troll of the year, but he keep it clean, man. He's not disrespectful at all, man. He's one of the clean trolls, but he's good people. His words on the participating in the unofficial WC World Welterweight. Yeah, I ain't heard nothing. I heard about that. I heard about JB at Trap House Boxing. Y'all can get him a follow and talking about that. I'm not sure, but I know the World Boxing Super Series tournament is they moving to the featherweight division after the cruiserweight in a 168-pound division. So you can get a couple more tournaments next year. Last time the WBC tried an unofficial tournament with 154-pounders. Andrade moved up, Charlo moved. Everybody left the tournament. Nobody wanted to fight. What do you think about Usyk wins the world? Does he become second best cruiserweight in the world? That division thing, historic. Yeah, I mean, you had to put him in the if he wins the tournament, which he has some great competition. That's the greatest professional tournament I've seen in my life. And it's only in round 2, and it's not even round robin. The World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight Tournament. Trunks asking about it. Yes, he'd have to be top 3 off my memory. Because you have Evander, David Hay, who's excellent there. And it might be some people I'm missing, but Usyk definitely being there. He's talking about moving up to heavyweight as well and fighting Deontay Wilder, which will be a dangerous fight for both of those guys. But Usyk is definitely a hell of a talent. The Cuban guy's real good. Abel Sanchez guy's real good. He got a long way. He got 2 more rounds to go. But if he does it, he's definitely historically up there with the best of them, in my opinion. What up when Andrade still making excuses at the single? Yeah, he is. But if he was hurt, he was hurt. You know, I don't know. I believe he was hurt. I'm gonna tell you why I believe he was hurt. Because you know who wouldn't, you know, he been out the ring for a long time. A body in motion stays in motion. You hear me keep saying that. I told my grandma that to the day she passed. You got to stay in motion because you won't suffer any injuries once you always moving. When you stop really boxing on a high level and in a real boxing fight, you tend to get injuries. He asked for that to get injured. But what up, Wando? I answered your question. Which division is better? You know, as far as the top heavy, 147. But if you're talking about depth, the 160-pound division is better when you're talking about depth. But the top heavy, Crawford, Porter, Garcia, Spence, Danny Garcia, that's more notoriety wise, that's more known. But the middleweight division is about to be popping. More depth is middleweight, but overall, just like flamboyance is probably 147. But I like 160. I like depth. Gotta say, Boxing Ego comes close. Yeah, I like Boxing Ego, man. He good. I like his videos, man. I didn't start watching him till like maybe last year. The main ones I always started watching, Fight Facts UK, was I always watched T Street when he was with Enter the Arena. I used to like him. He's still good. I ain't gonna lie. Dante's Box Nation, I found out about him. The Boxing Voice was always a big heavy one. They was always good. I mean, Khabib and Nestor going at it, that was classic-ish right there. And they always had good interviews and stuff like that. So I had a lot of respect for those 3 channels. And, you know, the Boxing Socialist, when Carasino was on there, he for life, he was funny as hell. Remember he was talking about the Pacquiao thing and people got offended. It was just so funny. Did you hear about Holyfield and his... Yeah, I heard about Holyfield, man. He got a boy from here, from Dearborn, from Southwest Detroit. He got a guy from here. He came here and signed this boy, so... Yeah, we'll see what he got going. His son played in the game yesterday. He made a tackle in the Georgia Bulldog game versus Oklahoma. So, shout out to Evander. He got like 10,000 kids. Devin, man, is off the... I didn't see Devin full fight, but he's clean. He's clean. He had a drug addiction to opiates. And we'll see. Most people think Victor Ortiz going to beat him. Alexander going to handle Ortiz pretty easily. I'll tell you that right now. We had to see after that fight. Garcia, Rios is eliminator. Yeah, I just... got done watching. Yeah, that's some bullshit, bro. That's some bullshit, Mr. Alexander. That's total bullshit. How is Rios and Garcia eliminated because Garcia ducked out on Sean Porter? BS. That's some BS. He got rewarded for ducking. Centennial, you can go. I'm gonna say you, Sting Crow, Julio Centennial Jr. He looks like that little. I can't remember the cartoon. He like a cartoon character with his hair, but he's a guy who's like 6'2", 6'3". He was fighting at 154. Maybe that's why he got mollywopped a little bit in a no contest versus Julian J. Rock. Maybe that's why. But he's a good tall fighter. You can go look him up. You got Julian J. Rock Williams. He fought him in Kasim or somebody like that. He fought. He was another good guy. DSG and Mikey Garcia in 2019. Hey, Mikey Garcia is one fickle motherfucker, man. He one wishy-washy guy. And I'm gonna tell you this about Danny Garcia. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight Omar Figueroa. This was before Lipinets became an option. It was actually supposed to be Broner versus Lipinets, but I don't know what happened with that. But the thing about it is, Garcia said he didn't want to really fight Broner unless he had the weight cap on it, right? He said Broner, it was a $500,000 penalty on Broner if he didn't make weight. He said he didn't think Omar Figueroa could make weight no more. Figueroa was a lightweight. He was a junior welterweight. Then he moved up to 147. And he also fought at 154. And also, Omar Figueroa actually beat Earl Spence in the amateurs. I couldn't believe that shit when I heard it. But he said one of the reasons he didn't want to fight Omar Figueroa because he didn't believe he could make weight. But if weight was such a factor in a non-title bout, okay, if that was a factor, he was considered fighting Omar Figueroa because he from Texas and he wanted to fight the Alamo Dome on Mikey Garcia. If weight was such a factor, let's speak on this. How is Mikey Garcia willing to jump up to 54 to fight Cotto and willing to jump up to 47 to fight Keith Thurman? Now, y'all know I rock with Mikey Garcia, but that's bullshit. Why are you concerned about weight with Omar Figueroa, Adrian Broner, and the rest of them guys, but you wasn't worried about moving up, 14 more pounds to fight Cotto? You weren't worried about moving 7 more pounds up to fight Mikey Garcia. Bullshit. You can miss me with that. Yeah, Ortiz could be damaged goods. He was inactive. He was getting exposed by Tony Thompson. And Tony Thompson is the homie, bro. Like, after his fights, dude, we was in the championship boxing rounds group. I think Todd know that group. You know, he'd come in here and have a full-blown conversation after one of his fights in the UK. That dude is real thorough. Is a real great guy in boxing. Tony Thompson, he's a great guy in boxing. I'm going to say that again. So is Kelly Pavlik. I mean, Austin Trout, I interviewed him years ago. He was great. Joel Diaz, he's a great... I mean, some of the guys I could tell you, Peter Quillen, you can reach out to him. He's a great guy as well. Did you hear Bob Arum say that? No, I didn't hear that. You gotta give me that article. Loma turned on. I could see that. Hey, that holds some validity. Ray Beltran, that's the homie as well. He hop on to talk with us all the time. He's fighting some guy for the vacant WBO 135-pound title. So it makes sense because they could have got Lomachenko that title shot after Felix Verdeo fell out and Terry Flanagan moved up. Juan Alvarez, that sound like that can have some credence to it. I don't know why he was, Ray gave Terrence Crawford a solid fight, but Lomachenko should run over Ray Beltran. Maybe he's not ready to move up. Yup, you're right. He is inconsistent with that, he said, for sure. Yep. Garcia knows Cotto is old. Yeah, but still, that's still jumping up 14 pounds. What you worry? What's the most Omar Figueroa legitimately can come in over? What, 3-4 pounds? Man, bullshit. Please check out my song on my channel. Hey, all right, for sure. I'm gonna hop on there, man. I think you messaged me the other day, No Beats. I'm gonna give you some love. One of comeback fights, I think he. Oh no! It wasn't a comeback fight that he quit. It was the fight with Orlando. You talking about Mikey Garcia, MM Sports Talk? It was the fight with Orlando Salido. It was Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido. Yup. Salido headbutted him and broke Mikey's nose, but Mikey had dropped Salido like 20 times. And Salido was coming on, and his nose was broke from a headbutt. And his brother stopped the fight, I believe. His Ego video just dropped it today. Well, I'm about to go over there and check out the Ego video in a minute. Good looking, Juan Alvarez. Lomachenko beats Beltran. For sure. Yeah, I don't know why. But Beltran's a tough customer, though. And I just want Beltran to get that title, man. He deserve it. Yes, Bob did say that. Damn. He said that for real? I'm about to jump back on here. Thought on the Black Murders, bro. Man, that's thoughts on the Black Murders, bro. I don't know about that, Black Murders, bro. You got to inform me on that. Nah, Victor. Do you think Victor Ortiz gonna beat him? Nah, Alexander beat Victor Ortiz. But also, I'm gonna end on this. My little nephew come home. Gotta tackle him and tickle him or something. Beat his ass. I don't know. But also Adonis Stevenson and Badu Jack sounds like it may be official. They date was 7 days after the Earl Spence 120 after the Earl Spence January 20th date, which is Earl Spence's birthday, back in his birthplace in New York. Their original date was January 27th for Adonis Stevenson, Badu Jack. But Mikey Garcia, Easter Jr. was supposed to occupy that date. That fight didn't happen. So look for Adonis Stevenson, Badu Jack to fall on January 27th or sometime in February. The WBC announced that fight is basically a done deal. They are going to get the mandatory challenger, Elir Alvarez, until y'all Ukrainian boy, Gufik, I can't pronounce his name, but Gufik, it will be fighting him. And the winner of Gufik and Elir Alvarez will take on the winner of Badu Jack, Adonis Stevenson, no questions asked. It's an unofficial tournament. So if Jack and Stevenson, the winner of that, must fight the winner of Gufik and Elir Alvarez. Elir Alvarez probably got somewhere between 100K to, somewhere in there to step aside for like the 10,000th time. So, that's going to be a good fight. Another great fight in the first quarter, Stevenson and Jack. We'll talk about that, but Mikey also said Lomachenko needs a fight at 35. Look like a little backtracking. Possibly, yeah. Maybe he Mikey Garcia, Lomachenko, I guess they used to work together in the gym at Oxnard, so maybe Mikey knows he wants to fight. Obviously, if Lomachenko says he's not ready for Beltran, he obviously would need to fight for Mikey Garcia at 135. He said Loma wanted to be late replacement at 35 for Ray. He said he wanted... And Loma said 35 at last minute. Let me know ahead of time. So, okay. Because that fight is sometime in January or February. It's in the first quarter. Because I was looking at Ring TV. I'm like, damn, Ray Beltran fighting for a title. I'm glad that Lomachenko didn't jump in with I'm glad Lomachenko didn't jump in with Ray Beltran right now, because Ray Beltran deserves his title. Let him get his title. He was the chief sparring partner for Pacquiao. He was a highly rated amateur coming out, and he got lost in being a sparring partner. Pacquiao buying them houses and stuff, and now somebody convinced him to get his life on track, and now he can become a world champion. Keep pumping and getting that donation thing. You can blow up and start building. Yeah. I'm definitely looking into that. I have my girl handle the business little side of it. Let her feel a part of something, man. I know you say you don't mix your monies with your honeys, but my girl is very, very generous and good to me, for sure. I must say that. Never thought I'd find one like her. So I'll give her shots out right there. Victor Ortiz quitting one of them comeback fights. For sure Devin gonna beat that ass. Come on. Let's see get back on the dope. Ortiz is just a figurehead. I don't even know why he's still fighting. He got his degree from Kansas University. Move on. He doing movies and shit. Fighters like LaMotta and Ray Robinson didn't want to fight the fighter from the Black Murders Row. Okay, I'm about to look into that. Good looking Dutch Entertainment. I'm about to look into that. Because Jake LaMotta, man, I'm going to tell you this. Jake LaMotta was a dog. But on Fight Night, the one that was on PS3, I couldn't beat him, man. He had a chin and power and stamina. Even with Ray Robinson, you couldn't beat. Only got that messed up with him on that Fight Night. The one on PS3, not Champions, the one before that, was Marvin Hagler. Man, we used to have a hard time in my dormitory whooping that ass. My boys used to pick him all the time. I used to lose so much cash versus him. Beltran will be a good test to see what I'm going to say. True, I would just like to see Beltran get his title first. You think Wilder and Joshua this year? I don't think so. Not this year. Johnny Nelson laid out the plan, basically what he wanted to see for Joshua, and I think Joshua will fight. It'll be Parker. He gonna ride that high. It'll be Povetkin or Puev, which sound like be Povetkin because he's the #1 mandatory in the WBO in the WBA. Did I drop that video yet? I'll drop that video in a minute. And then it'd probably be the Hay Tony. If Hay beats Tony Bellew, it'll be Hay. What up, family? Night Laugh. Yeah, what's going on? Yup, we about to wrap this live video up. Anything else you want to know? Like I said, the Dynasty and the Badu Jack fight was announced by the WBC as they got past it officially. Eldar Alvarez will step aside. He probably got some good money. He'll fight Gufic. And Gufic and Eldar Alvarez winner will fight Badu Jack and Donna Stevenson winner. So, you know, you got 2 good fights coming in light heavyweight. Yeah, Danny Garcia is scared too. The reason Danny Garcia is financially stable. He don't care. He get money. That's what good. That's the difference between Garcia and Broner. Garcia actually has a dad there that will whoop his ass and control him, and sometimes you need that. And he's not gonna let Danny Garcia mess up his family's blessings and angel. He makes sure Danny works hard, don't drink, don't smoke, and they invest that money right. They sewing up Philly with the real estate and then the business, the gym. They giving back to that community. And therefore, Danny Garcia is a real dude. You get back to the community, no matter what he do in that ring, it's done. His legacy is cemented for beating Matisse and sewing up 140. And he should have been, you know, he should have had the IBF title as well. But he done what he supposed to do. And it ain't no thing, you know, he just want to, you know, play around with the sport still and fight who he want to fight. Let him do what he do. I'm Scottish, and that was Burns versus Beltran fight. Beltran. Hell yeah, Beltran got robbed. Hell yeah. Beltran got, I watched that fight. I was mad as hell. I was a dog at Champions, especially with my creative. Yeah, Champions went hard. That changed the game. Right? They need to come out with another one. Fight Night Champions, that was my shit. That was a sophomore year in college. What do you think of her strongly interested in Lara? The thing about, I talked about this fight. The thing about Hurd and Lara is Hurd will make Lara more commercial appealing. Because last time we seen Lara in a great fight was with Alfredo Angulo, and Angulo was a pressure fighter, and he made Arizona Lara generate the power that Ronnie Shields always talked about. Ronnie Shields always said this guy had really, really good power. He just doesn't punch in bunches. And once he started punching in bunches, he put a hematoma on Angulo's face. Hurd will bring pressure. He's working on head movement. I follow him closely and keep up with him personally. He's working on moving his head. He's working on becoming a well-rounded boxer. But he didn't have an amateur experience. He's going to pressure Lara, and Lara possibly can get the stoppage, or Hurd going to get the stoppage. It's going to be an exciting fight. Hurd will bring out the best in Arizona Lara. Can you explain why this dude is saying Andre Ward ducked him? Who? You talking about Demetrius Bivol? Crawford? Ward ain't ducked nobody. They talking shit. Now, if Ward come back, I bet Ward name would be out their mouth real quick. Andre Ward who? You know, Ward coming back, though. James Toney even said, he said they all come back. I think Crawford should fight Sean Porter. I said that. I swear to God I said that. I swear to God I said that Tony crumbled. I said Crawford got to get blessed in the PBC first, man. He got to get the title and get blessed in first. He can't just go for the kings of PBC, Earl Spencer, Keith Thurman. He got to get blessed in. Danny beat him in the amateurs. He beat Danny in the amateurs. It's going to be Danny, Mikey, or like you said, Sean Porter. I said that. You seen Zero Ramirez steady calling out triple G? Yeah, he been. Hey, dude, I talked about that last year, bro. Zerto Ramirez been calling out Triple G. Bob Arum said, let's make it happen. And I know Bob Arum keeps it trill. You know how I know Bob Arum keeps it trill? What about Michael Hunter, where he let Michael Hunter fight Usyk? And he held a good account and says he still got knocked out. But, you know, Bob Arum, when he feel confident in the fighter, yeah. I've been saying that. Zerto been calling Triple G out for years. You know? That's going to be good. Angel ain't about to let... Yeah, you're right. Hey, Broner got a lot of yes men around him. Danny Garcia don't... Angel not playing that. If Broner, they feel Broner family feel like he gonna cut him off, so they all say yes to Broner, let him do dumb stuff and mess it up. Broner's family should be, you know, good for at least 2 generations, but he messing up that money though. But Broner promotional company taking off low key. Danny is one of the fights away from it. No, I don't think so. No, he ain't one fight away from Adrian Broner status at all. One loss. I mean, at least we know he ain't tricking off in the club and drinking and bumming around. At least we know when Danny lost, he legitimately lost due to, like, he was just... The guy was a better fighter, in my opinion. 2 more fights before... No, I don't think 2 more fights, because 2 more fights would be Brandon Rios and then, what? Keith Thurman, he lost to the best welterweight in the world twice? I don't think so. If you lose to Brandon Rios, then I agree, yeah, gatekeeper. Who, Terrence Crawford? No. Talking about Danny Garcia. No, Garcia. All right. I mean, who needs 2 more fights? No. I don't think he need 2 more fights. Who we talking about? I don't know. I don't know about 2 more fights. I don't know what you're talking about, but I just know Garcia. He said 2 more fights. So Garcia was a gatekeeper. I say no, because he ain't losing to Brandon Rios. But yeah, we about to hop off, man. I'm gonna drop some more videos. I got some videos lined up. Maybe 30 minutes to an hour, I'll drop a couple more videos, man. Appreciate everybody for showing the love. We gone.